my name is Daniel Sigler, and this is one of the learning stakeholder group meetings, and this one is pertaining to implementing Edmodo and online technologies in the classroom. So this is the website edmodo.com that I use for my classroom. This is my primary means of teaching my class. All of my teaching materials are hosted here. All the things that I want the students to have are hosted here, and I'll kind of just outline how I use that in my room. Now, once your classes are created, and we can cover that again, how to create a class and all that. But once your classes are created, I'll give you an example here. So let me start here. So here's what I mainly use it for. If you go into my library, you can go in and you can add files to your library. Your library is your cloud storage on here. What we'll do here is we'll go into this folder right here, Chapter 12, America, World War II. So we'll go in here. Here I've got the vocabulary list that I want them to do, the notebook assignments I want them to do, the actual lecture notes that they'll have, the study guide for the test, and the chapter summary. If you click on these here, you'll get the Word Online version of each document. So here, the directions for the vocabulary, the words they will do, the number of words, the terms that they'll do, and they know that there's a due date if they get that to me. As well as the notebook assignments. These are here the section questions that they will use, that they'll do in the book, the writing assignments that they'll do, and the notes that they have to turn in as well. So they'll turn this in. So I've got all this posted, and here would be an example of some of the lecture students. Now, this is for 12.1, and what the students can do is they can stream this, or they can download it and go with it. But here you'll see maps, and you'll see the notes that we cover in class, and it's all here. This is the same exact thing that I go over when students are in class. And so the students know what assignments they're supposed to do. They know what the notes were. And so they don't have to come to me and say, hey, what did we do yesterday? You know that we did this section. You know what we did. So they can go there immediately and do that. Within their class, what else I do is if you go here, let me come back to the library. And if I come here on the side, and I go to share, I can give whatever classes that I have access to those folders. So I've given it access to this folder in the 4th block. So if I come here back to home, and I click on 4th block, and I come, and on an actual class, you see post folders and members. They go to folders. These are all the folders that I've given them access to. We're on chapter 12, they click here, and they have the same exact access to what I just showed. And so what I do is, as I finish a chapter and start a new one, all I do is go into my library, give the next class, or give that class access to the next chapter folder. So that makes things easier for me. On that, as far as assignments, you can filter this by assignments here. One thing that I've done, one thing we had to do a study guide for fine. So the study guide was posted online. The students complete that on their computers. They can come here to turn. Now, there's the student one says turn in. They go in there, attach the file, and then what I do when I want to grade something, I'm going to go to 4th block. The study guide here. I can click on the actual assignment, view that assignment, and I can click. Now I've already graded these assignments for the most part, but I can come here and I can see this is their submission to me, so I can go here and I can see what they turned in, and I can grade it, and then I can enter the grade up here on the side. And it gives me a spreadsheet-like look at their grades. And this would be just Edmodo assignments. This would not be the classroom assignments that turn into my box, but this would be all their online assignments. And the students, when they click on their assignments, they see their grades. They obviously don't see everybody else's, but they see what they turned in, what they have in their grades. Another thing that I like to do on Edmodo is the calendar function. You can go on here, I can go here to, let's say Wednesday, and I could add a task, and I can enter in, test tomorrow, and that goes, I can send it out to that class. They have that all within their group. And the students can also turn on notifications to be notified whenever I make a post or an assignment or anything that's pertinent to them. Let's see. We've also got up here. You can do And another option that I do this occasionally depending on the time, are something called badges. And what you can do is you can create, they're kind of like rewards or medals, and you can put them on their profile, like make 100 on the test, or they're not a discipline problem, or something like that. Whatever kinds of reward. Some students will click on their profiles and see their badges, and then it makes them want to do those things that you want them to do. It will make the students behave much more positively. They try to earn those behavior badges or those milestone badges for certain rewards. Also, I do want to say this. I know this is on the computer, but Edmodo also has a very good functional app for the phone, and the students can do anything that they would do on the computer, they can do on their phone. They can turn in assignments, they can check notes, they can do whatever they can do. So if the student forgets their computer, they can pull the phone out, hit the Wi-Fi, and they're able to access everything. The last thing I want to talk about here is your profile as a teacher. Make sure when you do your profile, the picture is professional. You detail what you're teaching, you detail where you're at, and you give a very nice welcome note, because when parents look up your Edmodo profile, this is what they see. So you want to make sure that that is very professional. So, do I have any questions regarding the online use of Edmodo?
Are there any advantages of using Edmodo as compared to other LMSs?
Yes, I mean, Edmodo is just an LMS. There's many. I've used Edmodo more than some of the others. One function I like on Edmodo that I haven't seen on other LMSs, and there may be some out there, I just haven't come across them, is the folder function to share the classes. It's like your Chapter 18 Judicial Branch. If I wanted whoever out U.S. History 1, I can click there, and now they've got access to it. I haven't seen that. I've seen that functionality on some LMSs, but I haven't seen the ease that Edmodo offers.
While you're there,
Yeah.
quick question. If, say, with Chapter 12 American World War II, if you clicked that, could you deselect one of those and not share them, or?
Yes, you just go here and where's it delete? Yeah.
Gotcha.
It would not delete the file from your library.
Yeah.
It would just delete it.
Just from that folder?
And if you come here to library, you would, and this is an overview, but what you can do, anytime you put something in your library, put it in a folder, so you'll know where it's at. Because there's an option on here to have the running list, but what happens is if you have it for a couple of years, you just really archive it.
So sharing those folders, do you find if you share it, you usually share it at the beginning of the chapter?
Yeah, what I do is in the day we test on the chapter, that same day I open the next one.
Go to that. So does it impact the students' participation, for example, taking notes in class, since they just already have access to it?
Yeah, and the way I do the notes, I require them to take notes.
Okay.
And I know I'm a little different from others.
Sure.
Now, I understand also that when you put your notes on there, it makes it easier for kids to make up work, but it also gives them the incentive to procrastinate and otherwise not do all the work that they might not do. But I've had more positives in those experiences than I have negatives. But like on my notes, what I require the students to do, the things that are underlined, they're required to write them, or they're required to type. And so what normally happens in my class is one of two things. Kids will either do it while I go over it, or the kids will do it in advance. The kids that are doing them in advance are usually the kids that are going to pay attention no matter what. Because they're taking the initiative to go ahead and get this done. They're probably going to do what they're supposed to do. And so I haven't had many negative experiences with that. But, you know, it would be like any other classroom. If you got a kid that's not doing what they're supposed to do, you handle that on a case-by-case basis. So.
Along those same lines, how do you check the student is actually writing down that underlying portion? Do you have a notes quiz, or?
That's in the notebook. The last assignment in the notebook is a notes, and they have to turn this in.
Okay, so
they like on my notebook, they turn in these 4 assignments.
Gotcha.
The last one's a notes. And you know, sometimes they'll do these assignments and won't do the notes, and they just don't get credit for that. This is a case-by-case basis.
How difficult is it to set up each individual class?
Not difficult. You go here. Actually, I do that real quick. Let's see. Go here to create a group. And you just type in what the class is, the grade, and give it, I use different colors on mine, so it's organized. And once you do this, it gives you a group code, you give the students, and they enter that individual. One thing I also did is I created this U.S. History 1 group. Nobody's in this except me, and I made a student profile that I use here. Well, somebody joined it. I haven't looked in it in a while, but what I do is I use this profile, the other profile, and get it from the student's perspective. So if I've ever got a question, I don't have to use that as much as I've used it as much as I have, but in the past, I needed that student perspective.
A quiz, if you were gonna do a quiz, like, just a 1 question or 2 question quiz, is that something you kind of do on the fly, or you already have to have?
I haven't, no, I've been using some other elements for that. You can definitely use it on here. You're gonna create a quiz. Let's see if I can load. Well, you come in here and you add the questions. You have to do this in advance. You can actually, once you make a quiz, you can save the quiz, and then you can have that ready to go to post to the class. And once they take it, that quiz grade would just go on here. It would go on these grades. Any other questions? If anyone does, be sure to see me and I'll gladly help. And this concludes the presentation on Edmodo use in the classroom.